Hi, this is Pranav Guha Thakursa from Edu TV. Today, we have with us our chief guest, Professor Ranjit Singh, Vice Chancellor, Shobhit University. Sir has got a very big vast experience in management as a Vice Chancellor, and he's a renowned educationist. And with us is Siddhi Joshi. She is in her first year of her graduation in Miranda House, New Delhi, the prestigious college, and she wants to become a political scientist when she does her master's. Siddhi, over to you. The topic is the transition from schools to universities in this pandemic. Otherwise, also there's a big gap in schools and colleges in India. So that's what we have noticed, observed. When a student joins in the first year in the graduation, in the first semester, CGPA is pretty less because the teaching methodology, pedagogy is very different. So I would request Siddhi to ask, to have her queries with Professor Ranjit Singh. Over to you, Siddhi.
All right, thank you so much. So essentially, we all know that when students are in school, they are in a comparatively closed environment, right? There are limited choices to make. You have your priorities set. It is easy to gauge your progress, right? Whereas in college, there is an endless marathon wherein you can do dozens of internships, you can write research paper, you can even be active in the political arena and things like that. So at the end of the day, you suddenly are in control of making so many choices for your own self. So essentially, my question is, how can one prepare for this newfound endless freedom? And when they are in college, how do they know if they are doing enough and how to find a balance essentially? Because this choice can also be extremely overwhelming.
Okay, Siddhi, thank you for your question. Yeah, I agree that this transition from school to college or the university is a period where there are so many apprehensions, so many confusions when you choose your career and move from school to undergraduate courses. Now you know many things because you are already in college and pursuing your first year. The environment is totally different. Now, as far as our country is concerned, you will find that the environment changes from college to college, university to university. You will find variable environments. Like, for example, you are studying in Miranda House, a very renowned college. If somebody is studying at Merit, for example, in a government college, you will find different environment, different academic environment, and different, the students from different backgrounds, and the exposure. It could be universal or it could be very, a closed one. You may find student from a limited community. Say, for example, a student who got very high percentage, in your case, especially in Delhi University. Or if you move to a college at some district, a simple district, you will find students from city, from urban area, from villages, from different schools. So this is challenging actually. Yes, I agree that when you move from school to university or college, there is a kind of openness. So what a student need to know is that in what college or which institution he or she is going, one thing, and what kind of atmosphere he or she is facing. That is one thing. There are so many variables. For example, if you're studying in Delhi, it is different. You're studying in Sahanpur, it is different. My university, which is located in pure rural background, it is a small town, Gango. If you study here, it is totally different. So there is so much of versatility. You cannot make some universal rule for that. You have to move with an open mind, keeping in mind that you are moving to do a course, some goal in your mind. For example, in your mind, you want to be a political analyst after doing your PG. And you have to pursue that goal. That is one thing. I believe in one thing, that when you move into higher education, it is not only the study, that you study a subject, study it well, appear in the exam, score very good marks. That is one thing. I think you need to go for holistic development. You should know each and everything related to, not only your subject. If you are a science student, if I am a science student and I don't want to learn about sociology or political science, it is happening right now. But in the morning also, I mentioned about national education policy, where a lot of flexibility is coming. If you are an art student and if you want to pursue chemistry as a course, you can do that. So that flexibility in academics is one part. And secondly, the atmosphere, the openness, the kind of people you are meeting, you have to, adjust, attune, and adapt. And this adaptability to an environment, whether it's a higher education institution or otherwise, when you move from higher education institution to job. So that transition, you can expect what will happen there, and you can always prepare yourself for that. So there is no specific preparation, but you have to be a good human being. You have to be knowledgeable, and you should know each and everything, how to deal with persons, your technical skills as well as the human skills that you need to have to manage all the humans around. Maybe in college or maybe at a job place.